I don't know what happened in that last game, but we should definitely be at 500 right now. What's going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is the bare minimum, and I'm your boy, Bryant Marcos. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the dud against the Magic, if we really should trade for a superstar, and what to watch for against the Timberwolves tonight. Look, guys, I really don't know what to tell you. We dropped a major opportunity against the Orlando Magic. We lost 107-89, and we made 50 cents look like $1. So what happened in this game? We had so much stacked for us. How did we lose? For starters, the Orlando Magic looked like the Golden State Warriors from back in 2018. Mind you, this is a team that came into this game the worst shooting team in the league. They shot a 35.3% clip from behind the arc. Want to know what they shot this game? 47%. That is efficiency. Want to know what we shot, Knicks Nation? 26%. 26%. But wait, there's more. They were also one of the worst defensive teams going into the game, giving up how many points last episode, Bryant? They give up 111 points per game. Thanks, Bryant. We should have easily had 100 points against this team, but the Knicks went on a drought that lasted an eternity. The Magic went on a 25-8 run in the final 9 minutes of the third quarter, an eternity. But even with all this, we had our secret weapon, the bench. Nope. They didn't show up either. The dynamic duo of Emmanuel Quickley and Derrick Rose has been phenomenal for us this year. But in this game, they were a combined 2 for 22, and the rest of the bench were 5 for 15. Terrence Ross alone had 30 points and outscored our entire second unit, including 13 consecutive points that pretty much put us to sleep. But the most frustrating thing about this game was that RJ Barrett was actually playing well. He was the only other Knick other than Julius Randle to get the offense going. And yet he sat for much of the fourth quarter again. This is a huge problem for me, even when we were winning those games. His minutes have declined to 33.7 a game, and just a few weeks ago, he was leading the league. His numbers have suffered in the last 5 games, only averaging 11.2 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, and 2.5 assists a game. In the game against the Magic, Barrett had 14 points, yet he only played 27 minutes and missed a major chunk of that fourth quarter. Now it has me thinking that amid all the trade rumors, are we really getting rid of RJ Barrett? According to Stefan Bondi of the New York Daily News, the Knicks are interested in trading assets for a star. This sounds great on paper, but in order to acquire a star, you have to give up a lot. And one name in particular that is coming into play is Barrett. Now don't get me wrong, Knicks Nation, I want to see the New York Knicks thrive just like the rest of you do. However, the past few seasons, we've done a really good job at rebuilding this team, tearing everything down and building back up through smart drafting, getting rid of huge contracts, and sticking to the plan. So now, because we have a little bit of success in the wins department, we're willing to let temptation get the best of us? The Knicks of old would try to acquire a superstar by any means necessary and throw any shot away at us having a future, just so we could have a couple of good seasons and some early playoff exits. So while it sounds good to have a Beal, a McCollum, a Levine in a Knicks uniform, the Knicks got to this point by playing the long game. So trading a player like RJ Barrett, to me, is unacceptable. The potential for RJ Barrett is so high, and he's already shown improvement from year 1 to year 2. And let's not forget that he wants to be a Knick. Did we already forget this moment?
You're all set.
Thank you. Yo, I'm a Knick. What?
In my opinion, I'd rather see Barrett fail here in the Knicks uniform than have another savior come in and give us a middle of the standings type of season, or just great stats when we were promised so much more. The New York Knicks have to stop chasing teams like the Brooklyn Nets and the LA Lakers. What they should do is continue to build around this young core, and that includes Julius Randle. So tonight, the Knicks are back in the Garden and they play the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that Tibbs has a lot of history with. The team hasn't gotten any better since Tibbs' departure. They're boasting a cool 7-23 record and have lost 7 of their last 9 games, despite this from the #1 overall pick, Anthony Edwards.
There have been very few in-game dunks that have looked like that.
Put that on a poster.
That is just filthy. So what are their biggest weaknesses? Well, to avoid sounding like a broken record, they're really good at letting the other team score. They're allowing 115 points a game and only score about 107, with Karl Anthony Towns and Malik Beasley being their two top guns on the offensive side of things, and their third, D'Angelo Russell, being out for 4 to 6 weeks. This brings us to our matchup to watch in this game, Malik Beasley against RJ Barrett. I chose this for 2 reasons. The first being that they are their team's second option in the scoring department. But the second is because this is a big game for Barrett. This is the first time that RJ is hearing his name in trade rumors for his career, and this game is the perfect opportunity to show Leon Rose and Worldwide West that they're out of their minds if they were really thinking about letting him go. Overall, this is a game that the Knicks should win, and I expect a much more alert and energetic team than the one that we saw in Disney World. That's your bare minimum, Knicks Nation. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Also in the comments section, let me know what you would do to acquire a second star in New York. Maybe you're not like me and you would want to trade all of our young assets just to see us make the playoffs on a consistent basis. I'm Brian Marcos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.